What's goody, farmer friends? March 19th, 2026. Time to get busy. I'll report back to you in a moment. Yo, what's good? We're back. Only just watered for about 13 minutes, but gotta get everything damped down, and I'm losing daylight, so I'll probably water for a little bit more after I'm done making the flicks. But just wanted to talk about some things, so stick around. All right, so I'll be getting the questions. You hand water all of that, or how do you water all of that if you have no irrigation? The answer is yes, we hand water, and this comes from no egoic standpoint. This just is what it is. But back at the farm in Vermont, I would fill up 10 5-gallon buckets every night from a natural spring, carry them across the yard to the farm, and then pour them in a watering can and hand water that way. So watering with a hose is the easy life compared to that. So we'll go full fan setting to get the far side, and then we'll go shower to get the front side, so I don't have to shoot the water as far. And then we'll go, don't ever use the mist unless you're trying to cool down my face. And then we'll go jet to get the fence line. I'm gonna do the fence line all the way around. Then we got this little permaculture guild down there of plum, native fern bush, and wolfberry / goji berry. So that takes care of all that. And then when I'm coming back down this side, I'll hit it with the full fan. Garlic, nothing's growing in these beds. Nothing's growing in these beds yet, but they will be planted. One side teaches people how to grow food for themselves and then donates the food. And then one side is a young aspiring farmer trying to grow his garlic business and continue to work on his farming practices. So on top of all that, there's like a debate of when's the best time to water in the desert. And growing in the desert, Great Basin region, it's a constant learning curve. I've heard from people, don't water until 2 hours after the sun comes up, and then water again 2 hours before the sun goes down. That way everything has a chance to dry out, because all the critters out here are going to be loving to eat your plants. So if they can crawl up, if the plant is wet, allows them to grow, climb up the plant and just eat all the leafy greens. But with the garlic, nighttime watering or watering before the sun comes up doesn't seem to be a problem. And if you water during the middle of the day, that's when the heat is at its peak and the UV rays, or the UV ray index, is at its most peak. So definitely don't water at 12 p.m. in the afternoon. I never time how long I'm watering for. I know I stated it at the beginning of this video, but I water everything until it feels in my heart and soul that it's been watered good enough. Sometimes I have to go to work and I only have 20 minutes to water, so I'll come water for that time, and then I gotta go to work. So sometimes I'm on a time limit. If I'm not on a time limit, I'll water for longer, and that's how that goes. Another thing I wanted to talk about is that you can use invasive or non-wanted grasses as your mulch. So there was some weeds coming up here, and obviously it depends on if they're a grass that multiplies by seed or if they're a rhizomatous grass. You can put 8 inches of mulch to a foot to try to smother out the rhizomatous grasses, but it's a lot easier with the ones that just multiply by seed. So went around, snipped down the unwanted grasses, laid them on top of the weeds, and there was already wood chips here, so that's basically like composting in place, because you already had your browns, aka carbon, then you put your greens on top of that, aka nitrogen, and then a few days later it's broken down, suppressing the weeds. We've also dug out every single one of these pathways at the end of the season, flipping the soil onto the beds, making the beds higher, increasing the water absorption of the pathways, and then we lay mulch back in the pathways, fill it up, and we repeat that cycle every single year. Just for, I believe this was some winter rye that overwintered, could not be, but I did plant cover crops in this row. But just the benefits of having roots in the soil. I mean, nothing would be growing there otherwise, so you're just a little roly-poly, detoxing the heavy metals in the soil. Look at that. That's beautiful. That's amazing. Soil in the desert. So until you're ready to plant something, it's not necessarily bad just to have some grass growing. And if it's rhizome spreading, then that's a different story. But grass builds soil. And also, New England pie pumpkin turned Reno pie pumpkin this season. Gonna be a humongous pumpkin patch. Gonna plant the seeds in between the garlic on May 7th. The shade from the garlic will give them time to establish. Garlic will come out. Pumpkin seeds will already be growing. I'll leave them to take over the beds for the rest of the season. And then by August 7th, we'll have pumpkins. It's my own saved seed. I know they only take 90 days. We can continue to save the seed. It's a great storage pumpkin. I store them in my closet from August till April. So imagine if you had a root cellar, you could store them all the way into the spring, just like a potato or a sweet potato or a squash. Peace, blessings, wholeness. It's my video update for today. Video notebook. And we'll keep you updated. So thank you for your support. And we'll see you on the next one. Peace. $7:39. Started the first video at like 6:50-ish. Stopped midway to record. So about 50 minutes, no. Almost an hour total, definitely an hour total that I've been here. But about 40 minutes watering. Good deep soak. That's what it takes. But like I said, if I only have 10 minutes or 20 minutes before I gotta go to work, then that's what I'll do. If I have more time, I like to give it a deep soak. Peace.